Hi everybody, it's Brian Chancellor. We are here at Rømme in Aarhus, which is actually a restaurant that's been designed by Henrik Bønnelycke and his team of Bønnelycke Architects, an award-winning firm that works in multiple dimensions of architecture, product design, graphic design, and interior design. Thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
During Henrik's history, he's designed everything from salt and pepper shakers to light fixtures to eyewear, and also designed restaurants and things like that. So the breadth is just tremendous and is really outside of the box of what most people would visualize, I would say, or expect from a designer.
Yeah.
So with Danish design being so popular today, is there a trend that you see? And also, what in Danish design do you think has allowed it to be so popular for so long?
In my opinion, it was always popular. Because it was always good. It was always thorough. It was always, it was just well done. Everything was well done from start to finish.
The other day when we were talking,
yeah,
you said something that resonated with me, in that you said a project without something to the effect of a project without boundaries is a nightmare.
Yeah, it is. In my opinion, it is.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
I do find that those boundaries may be the most inspiring source I have in my work. It's not very inspiring to look outside the boundaries.
But see, let's hold on to that, because whether it's Silicon Valley or any sort of project, you know, software or what, when it comes to design and creativity, so many people, and I've heard this for years and years, oh, well, you've got to think outside the box, think outside the box. But you're saying, you've got to give me a box, and then this is my interpretation, is that is what then challenges your creativity.
Exactly. Think outside the box is just, it's just air. I mean, think out what box? Think outside what box? And tell me where the box is. And my creativity will flourish within the box. I'm certain of that. But also, if I know what the box is, obviously I can choose something which is outside. But just think outside the box. Yeah. What box? It's bullshit.
What is your interpretation of hygge? I mean, that is a word that's become so popular, and known in the U.S. and I mean, it literally now is more of a common term. I can't say that most people really feel like they understand it, but they're interested in it.
Yes, of course, and they should be. My interpretation of hygge, I guess, will be being present where you are, being aware of yourself, your life, what is around you, but being present where you are. And then it doesn't really matter if it's well designed or not well designed. It doesn't matter. Being present is the most important tool for bringing on hygge, I think.
So everybody has
their own. So you can put
hygge.
a candle, you can do many things to push it, but we probably all know a situation where every setting is perfect, but it's definitely not cozy there. Being present, I would say.
Is there a trend that you see? Is there a trend that you would like to buck?
Yeah, many. The one I would like to fuck is the one called Trend. It's written in magazines, it's written in papers, it's said on televisions, it's spoken about here and there and everywhere. Trend. But if you recognize it, it's not a trend anymore. Then it's already out there. It's not a trend. A trend is something you didn't recognize yet. So I would like to get rid of that word trend. Just get it out. It's bullshit, I think. I am asked that from time to time. Where do you see things are going? What is the trend with this or that? Well, I mostly get annoyed, and when I don't get annoyed about
I'd like
the word,
to strike the question from the record.
Yeah, you should do. Well, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't recognize trends.
So you've got your box.
Yeah.
And then you get your creativity. In the end, what's the most satisfying project or result?
In the end,
what is the most satisfying part of this process for you?
Most satisfying part is definitely when we get to the end of building a restaurant, designing a lamp, designing hardware, whatever it is, getting to the end of that, we sit there with the product and we know it's brought into the market. Now, it's already out there, and people are actually looking at it, choosing it, taking it off the shelf, trying it on their face and say, this is the one I want. I don't want that one, that one, that one. I mean, there are thousands, but I want this one. That is the most satisfying thing. Or when here we are in this restaurant, I mean, I feel proud that these people could have, anyone could have chosen any other restaurant. I mean, there are thousands, but they chose this one. That is satisfying. Yeah.
I guess the word that comes to my mind is romance. That a lot of people come to folks who create these products or these things, and we hope and like to think that there's a romance that's there.
There is. There is a romance. There is, because I love what I do. And that's a romantic relationship.
It'd be great if we could just take a quick spin around the restaurant and you can show us some of the elements that you guys designed and a little bit about each of them.
Sure.
Great.
Chairs we didn't design, but another Danish guy did, and they're great. But everything else, apart from the chairs, we designed. We designed the tables, we designed the wine coolers, even this. Well, obviously we didn't design this; they came from the chateau. But the way you kind of use these old wine boxes to store the wine. The whole idea of this fixture is that kind of mist caught in a bowl. It's not a light, it's something else. We have a lot of ambient lights, and then we have a lot of spotlights coming down from the ceiling, which we also designed. And the reason to have mixed fixtures with mixed light is, of course, to bring out shadows, which is the only way you can actually define any surface. It's not by light or by color, it's by shadows. If you don't have shadows, you're not able to define a surface as being rough or silk smooth, or, for instance, the granite wall would be, if we put the other light onto that, it would be absolutely flat. we need shadows to be able to determine whether this surface is rough or smooth or silk. Or we actually even designed the toilet signs. Yeah, it was just freehand drawing.
Yeah,
and we
that's great.
Just scaled it up and transformed it with some skilled neon guys, and they, toilet signs. Actually, if you look up into the ceiling, you see a lot of technique. You see sprinklers, you see power tracks, you see ventilation, you see everything. But this little trick of just first thing you do in a room, you put in a bucket of black paint, explode it up in the ceiling, then there's no ceiling anymore.
So you kept your line of sight with the lights from going up into the infrastructure.
Yeah, exactly. People tend to say if you make a room bright in the ceiling, it will seem higher. No, it will not, because you can see the ceiling. If you paint it black or dark, it's just like infinite. It's just like going on outside.
So where do you go from here? If anywhere, maybe you're happy.
Well, I think I'll just go back to work.